The Magic School Bus. Timeless 90s children's show, beloved not only for its entertainment value, but for its dedication to teaching kids about science and the world around us. Whether it was navigating a nostril or spanking some plankton, wherever the Magic School Bus went, an eccentric and educational time was sure to follow. But it was 24 years ago when the show first aired, and timeless or not, Miss Frizzle's class isn't exactly the group of bright-eyed fourth graders it used to be. Take Dorothy Ann, for example. The brains of the class, famous for her catchphrase,
according to my research,
followed by a clever deduction about whatever it was the class had set out to learn that day. Naturally, Dorothy Ann, or DA as her many friends called her, graduated at the top of her class. DA went on to become valedictorian at her high school, and later earned simultaneous degrees from Harvard Med and Yale Law.
Anything is possible when you set your mind to it.
Yes, DA had come a long way since her quirky adventures with the rest of the gang, but even amidst her impressive academic success, something wasn't quite right. And on that fateful afternoon, while she was performing open heart surgery between court hearings, she began to hear it calling to her, faintly yet relentlessly, until it merged with the sound of the heart monitor itself. Beep, 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 beep.
Miss Frizzle, no, I don't want to go on another field trip. No, please, Miss Frizzle.
We're losing it, Dorothy, we're losing it!
I'm losing myself!
Now, you may be thinking, surely the other kids turned out just as great as Dorothy Ann. But according to my research, you'd be wrong. Like Carlos, for instance. The class clown, a head for humor and a penchant for puns, quick to crack an easy joke, much to the consternation of his classmates.
We better hurry up, or we'll never make it through jam. Carlos!
Unable to kick his clowning habit, Carlos never learned to express his emotions in normal, healthy ways. Puns eventually became the only way he could handle his feelings and cope with loss.
Class, I'm afraid I have some really bad news. Liz the lizard was very old, and she passed away last night.
Looks like we have an erectile dysfunction. Carlos!
Carlos, I've been thinking about it, and I want a divorce.
Are you sure you're married to the idea?
Carlos! Carlos, you still crack me up. Moving right along to a fan favorite, Arnold. Nerdy, hesitant, in a lot of ways the voice of reason against Miss Frizzle's eccentricity. But what Arnold lacked in bravery, he made up for with his iconic catchphrase.
I knew I should have stayed at home today.
Yes, our adolescent agoraphobic had sequestered himself securely within our hearts. Arnold didn't go to college, but married young and became a stay-at-home dad.
I'm staying at home today, and the next day.
Unfortunately, the pressure soon got to him and he started to crack.
Sarah, stop chasing your sister. Lionel, get that spaghetti out of your hair. And Jimmy, for the love of God, you're 3 years old. When are you gonna start pulling your weight around here?
Now, no discussion of the Magic School Bus would be complete without mentioning the ringleader of it all, Miss Frizzle. Notorious for her unconventional and even life-threatening field trips, it wasn't long before a series of class action lawsuits was filed against her by the PTA.
So what if I almost left Wanda in the vacuum of space? We were learning about asteroids.
But Mrs. Frizzle, we didn't actually see any.
Miss Frizzle was finally tried as an educator and found guilty for her negligence. But a 30-year sentence hardly discouraged her. In fact, she has since repurposed her school bus into the Magic Prison Bus, in which she takes convicted felons on wild and wacky adventures through the criminal justice system.
And that, kids, is what we call a prison snitch. That's right, say it with me, snitch. Snitch.
Well, there you have it, the beloved characters of the Magic School Bus all grown up. They may no longer be a ragtag gang of inquisitive young go-getters, but in their past 24 years have learned a plethora of important life lessons that a magic bus could never teach them. And you know what? I think they're better off for it.
I have no one. I guess I'm a joking hazard.
Carlos!
I knew I should have stayed home today. Thank you.